Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to show you what I've done to my Wilton vise so far. Here it is. So if you watched my first video, and I could flash a picture up here real quick. The front end of this vise, all throughout here and kind of back in through here, it had weld splatter and all kinds of ugly bumps on it. And I mean, it still looks pretty ugly, but I like it. I think it's kind of cool. And I basically just went through and with an angle grinder grinded out all those bumps with a 4.5 inch disc by 1/4 inch thick, and I also used this paddle sander. This is 60 grit sandpaper. I used that to finish it up and smooth it out after taking the majority off with this 1/4 inch grinding disc. But I think I mean, there's still all kinds of nicks in here and it looks pretty gnarly and pretty dirty, but this is a working vise and I want to keep it that way. I'm going to use it to do work, and I just wanted to smooth it out and make it a little cleaner. Also, in my first video I mentioned that I used one of these, just a hand wire brush, to go through and remove a bunch of the grime and dirt off of the vise, and that actually worked pretty well. I was able to get it pretty clean. You can see the original paint in through here. I mean, it's still dirty and a lot of the original paint's gone actually, but the hand wire brush did good there. But I picked up one of these cup wire brushes at the store that connect to a power drill and tried that out. The cup brush didn't do a whole lot for me, the cup wire brush. Maybe it's because I did a pretty good job with the hand brush beforehand, but it didn't seem to take off much more material, clean it up any more than I had it before. But anyway, I kind of wish I had the cup wire brush the first time around. That would have been a lot easier and a lot less manual labor. But I got one now in case I ever need one again. That should be pretty easy. The next thing I'm going to do is pull these jaws off, try to pull them off. There's some screw heads in here, and then two on the back side also. They're in pretty rough shape. They do line up even and they come together, but they have all kinds of chips here, and the teeth on the inside are pretty worn down. So I think ultimately I'm going to end up replacing the jaw inserts. I found a few options online. Looks like the exact part number and should be an exact fit. So I might order some of those and just screw them in, because I mean, this is the most important part of the vise. This is where you're going to be clamping things and hammering on and stuff, so it'd be nice to have a clean clamping surface. But let me go ahead and try to pull these off and see what they look like. I think this is the right size Allen key. Just a lot of grime and holes. There we go. Let's see. Oh, those are on there good. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull them off with one hand. Let me go ahead and put the camera down and try to pull these off. I'm not going to be able to do it with one hand. I don't have a tripod or anything right now, so let me just turn the camera off and try to pull them off, and I will be back soon. Alright, so getting those jaws off actually wasn't too bad. It's actually still pretty greased up. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a whole lot of grease on this and oil and everything, and the inside flange, this is all in excellent shape. Very dirty. Here are the screws out of there. They actually came out pretty easy. The threads are loaded with grease. I'm sure that's probably how they put them in originally. If not, it was kind of nice because they came out with just a little bit of strength. I didn't have to throw any additional lubricant or anything on there. And then once I got those out, the jaw insert popped off with just a light tap of the hammer. So I need to pull this back one off, but I think I'll probably leave that on for now, or I might just pull it off camera. So the next step for this vise is I'm just going to completely disassemble it. I'm going to pull all the parts together, pull the mechanisms out, all the screws and the nuts on the inside, pull the caps off and everything, and kind of do a detailed clean on those and dry them up, and then re-grease it all so it all is fresh grease and it's all clean, and most of the rust, get that all knocked off. Once I get that all cleaned up and reassembled, it should be good to go. It should be a functional vise for me to use for the rest of my life, hopefully. I'll mount it up on a workbench or a pedestal. Haven't decided that yet, but I'll mount it somehow and get it to use. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and tune in next time. Thanks, see y'all.